Allah Imla, Alhaina Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wamalaki, Bashim, Harawat Kakurash, Barakathum, the Water Bible Ball, Wakwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine, I say to Shalom. Today we're going to get into a video where Esau, crazy ass, is taking tax money to create transgender animals. Now, we know Esau is off. We know he is crazy. But see, this is all the more reason why the children of fools should not be in a rulership position. What benefit would this have on animals out in nature trying to reproduce? All confused. It serves no purpose, but they are investing millions of your tax money into this bullshit that benefits nothing, nobody. The animals don't benefit from this, and people don't. But Esau's still stuck on stupid. He think he's smart. He think he's trailblazing to new territory. You know, that's how he feels. But these experiments benefit nothing whatsoever. How the animals gonna reproduce when they are chemically and physically and mentally confused? Once again, we're talking about the children of fools. Let's get Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Cover the faces of the judges thereof, not where and who is he. The earth was literally given to the hand of the wicked. That's why all this wickedness is allowed. But it ain't gonna be too much longer, Akim and Aqua. We ain't got too much longer to suffer these idiots. Let's go ahead and grab the video. The name of this video is How Your Taxes Support Experiments on Animals to Make Them Trans. Animal Cruelty. Exactly. Esau has a very wicked track record of animal torture. And this is considered one of those. Look at that. $41 million invested in this bullshit, but they can't feed the homeless for nothing. See, children of fools should not be in rulership. Let's go.
$1 million was spent for transgender animal testing?
Yes, and that's, I would say, is the floor, not the ceiling, because the information on federal databases is pretty incomplete.
So you think we're going to find out that it was much more money than that for
Yes,
transgender animal testing?
yes.
Can you describe what exactly the American people's taxpayer dollars were spent on regarding transgender animal testing?
Yeah, in a lot of these cases, they're involve mice, rats, monkeys who are being surgically mutilated and subjected to hormone therapies.
See, animal cruelty. These the same Edomites that when they were children, they tortured animals. And what happens when a child tortures animals as a child? He grows up and still tortures animals. And they hide behind, well, we're scientists, these are experiments. No, these the same people that post salt on worms just to see them shrivel up, trap animals just to torture them. Same people. I know the monkeys want some payback. I know they can't wait. Let's go.
To mimic female to male or male to female gender transitions, gender affirming hormone therapies, and then looking at the biological, psychological, and physiological effects of the gender transitions, looking at the effects of taking vaccines after you've transitioned these animals from male to female or female to male, looking at the size of their genitals changing after you've put them on.
See, Esau got an infatuation with genitalia of animals and humans. He's always fascinated with the genitalia, but that goes back to him being marked with the number 666. Now, for those of you who don't know, 666 means, I think it means man, beast, and sex. Those what the sixes represent. That's why this man always insists on making everything about sex. Trans this, trans that. See what I'm saying? And now he's weaponizing it, destroying these animals. And I'm sure, pretty sure if the experiment don't work out, they just kill them. So yeah, even the animals are tired of Esau shit.
On estrogen or testosterone therapies to transition them. And in the case that the chairwoman, the example the chairwoman gave, there was a $1.1 million grant to give female lab rats testosterone to mimic transgender male humans, and then
Y'all hear this madness? But see, he think he on the level. He think he's so scientific. This is wickedness all day. These animals don't have a say-so in none of this shit. They just grab them and do what they do. Where are the animal rights people on this? See what I'm saying? Hypocrites.
overdose them with this party drug to see if animals who were taking female animals taking testosterone were more likely to overdose on the sex party drug than animals who were not taking testosterone.
They didn't overdose. They didn't take it upon themselves to take these drugs. You are murdering these animals. You are killing these animals through experiments, but you don't stop. That's why the Lord got to come back. He gonna make you stop.
Mr. Goodman, are many of these taxpayer-funded animal studies shared with the public, or is there a significant oversight of this research?
You essentially needed a degree in information technology to navigate the federal spending databases to find any of this stuff.
So
it was hidden.
what you found is we're not being very transparent with what we're spending these funds.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976.
Bam. All right, we can come out of this. Y'all see the madness Esau on? That's why he does not deserve a seat in rulership whatsoever. Look at the dumb shit he does with power. These experiments benefit nobody. Let's get some scriptures. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Verse 19, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. You know why it says the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh? Because you have a fool in rulership who think he doing something extraordinary. That's how he lied to himself. But no, this is animal cruelty, animal torture. If you want to do these experiments so bad, experiment on your children. That ain't gonna happen though. No, we can't do that. Get another one. Book of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. Profane means outside the temple. I mean, the Lord ain't dealing with you. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. See, nothing is sacred to this man. He'll sell his own mama and won't lose no sleep. He counts that profit. Let's get another one. Job chapter 30, verse 8. They were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. It don't get no viler than this. Children of fools. Let's go to another one. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. The Lord created this man to be off mentally, believe his own lies, believe his own delusion, believe his own bullshit. That's what Esau was on. He don't really believe it, but he gonna say it in a convincing way to make you believe it. That's where the sorcery, the witchcraft, the lies come in, the deception. See what this one is. Okay, we can start at Romans chapter 1, verse 21. Because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as Yahweh, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. Verse 23, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made to corruptible man and to birds and to four-footed beasts and creeping things. So that tells you right there. Esau took uncorruptible animals, 4-foot beasts, birds, and changed them into corruptible. And he doing this, first he did it to himself, which is a dumbass, a fool. He does this operation on himself, now he want to do it to the animals. Verse 24, wherefore Yahweh also gave them up unto uncleanliness, through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. They doing this shit to themselves. How foolish is that? But Esau, he think he wise. Let's go to Job chapter 30. Always infatuated with, I mean, let's be honest, Esau, he will rape anything with a pulse. And this is why Job wouldn't let them be alone with his dogs, with his animals. Job chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. So he basically saying he's not going to leave his dogs alone with him. Why? Because Esau would rape the dog. Hence bestiality amongst Edom. They all they doing is resorting back to their original animal-like state. That's why you got cosplay. That's why Petco and PetSmart got a clothing section in there for dogs and cats. Cosplay. Verse 2. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. Verse 3. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time desolate and waste. Verse 4, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. Verse 5, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as a thief. Verse 6, this is talking about Edom, back in their animal-like state. When they weren't washing their ass, they didn't even have a language. They were cavemen. Verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and caves of the earth, there it is, and in the rocks. Verse 7, among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together, like animals themselves. Verse 8, here you go again. They were children of fools, ye are children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Esau, it's impossible for Esau to rise to our level of wisdom, knowledge, and intelligence and spirituality. They wasn't given this. So what does he do? He gonna bring you down to his level of ignorance, stupidity, wickedness, and just foolishness. That's why so much foolishness and dumb shit is exalted in America. He wants to bring you down to his level because he knows he can't rise up to ours. He also knows that a weak man cannot rule over strong men. That's why he dumbs you down on purpose. That's why he want to get rid of the Department of Education. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? His counsel perished from the prudent, is their wisdom vanished? Yes, it has. My thing is, they never had wisdom. Because guess what? Let me get it. Now, they never had wisdom. The book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 22. For the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. See, all they got is knowledge of wickedness. It says here that the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, so therefore they are not wise. Let's go to the book of 1 Timothy. Book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. This is not science. This is wickedness. Go to the book of James, chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's why it says in Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10, and never trust thine enemy. And trust me, the word never is there for a reason, Northern Kingdom. Because now I see a group called Cubans for Trump. When y'all gonna learn? Go to the book of Habakkuk. Hold up. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 4. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strifes of words, wherefore cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmisings. Verse 5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. Yeah, this is disputings of men of corrupt minds, perverse disputings. Let me see, let's go to Proverbs. Chapter 12. We can start at verse 14. A man shall be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of a man's hands shall be rendered unto him. Yeah, everything you did to them animals, the Lord gonna recompense it right back to you. Verse 15, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes. He actually think he doing some shit. But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. So that shows you right there, once again, that they have no wisdom because they don't listen to wisdom. They listen to the foolishness of their own hearts. Verse 20, deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy. See, they just that proud. They refuse to listen to wisdom because true wisdom don't benefit Esau. That's what it is. That's why he chose to do it his own way, which is very unprofitable, which is why his kingdom is about to be destroyed. And the Lord gonna put the spirit on him to do it himself. Yeah, that's a dumbass right there. Because he gonna destroy his own kingdom thinking he doing something good. Unfit to rule all day. Let's go through. Oh, let's get Job. Job chapter 15, verse 35. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, in their belly prepare deceit. Proverbs. Oh, we already got that one. Hold on. Verse 21. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. This is mischief. We can get a couple more in close. Let's go to the book of Nahum. Chapter 3. Verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts. This is witchcraft. That sell of nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. How does Esau sell families? Human trafficking. DHR, CPS. Yeah, they tell you, yeah. You can fill out all the paperwork you want to adopt a child. But if you don't pay that adoption fee, you ain't getting no child. So guess what? Yeah, they selling children. Even on the black market right now. Matter of fact, they just broke up one of the hugest pedophile networks in the United States. Yeah, they still doing it. Verse 5, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. Verse 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile and set thee as a gazing stock. That's why everybody's backing away from the United States sick ass. Because all the shit they do only makes sense to them. Nobody else on the planet, except these idiots here, stuck on stupid. Get one more and close. Psalms chapter 14, verse 1, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no Yahweh. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. This is very abominable. There is none that doeth good. And it's spoken again in Psalms 53, verse 1, to the chief musician of Mahalath, Maschil, the Psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no Yahweh. They corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity, and there is none that doeth good. This is very abominable. You trying to take something that the Lord created to be perfect and defile it. Psalm chapter 73, verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Talk about this like this is a good thing. You turning these animals into abominations. But you said science. No, it's not. Go to Romans. Hold up before we close. Romans chapter 3, we start at verse 11. There is none that understandeth. There is none that seeketh after Yahweh. Verse 12. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Verse 13, their throat is an open sepulchre. An open sepulchre is an above ground grave or tomb, ain't there any but death. With their tongues, they have used deceit. The poison of asp is under their lips. This is talking about Esau. Verse 14, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Verse 15, their feet are swift to shed blood. Verse 16, destruction and misery are in their ways. They destroying these animals. Now these animals are miserable. Verse 17, and the way of peace they have not known. Verse 18, there is no fear of Yahweh before their eyes. Verse 19. Wait. Now we know what the things soever the law saith, it saith to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before Yahweh. Verse 20, therefore by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. I don't think that's what I was looking for, but let me see what else I can close on. Oh, we can go to Sirach to close on this. Chapter 12. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. All this wickedness. Why does it say there's no good can come to those who are always occupied in evil? Because the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. And you have to have wisdom in order to rule effectively. That's why the Lord is finna relieve them of their duties and put them back at the bottom into captivity where they belong, where they can no longer hurt the earth, the people, the plants, the animals, the water, the air, the soil, nothing. So the Lord's about to put Esau in his hell because he's going to have no say-so in anything. And he's going to have to sit there and meditate on that for the next 1,000 years, how much he fucked up. Call Allah Imlala, Hi Now Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malaki, Ba'ashem, Harawat, Wakakwadash, Barakathum, the water Baba Bawa, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.